अब हम प्रमोशन से 22 मिनट की दूरी पर हैं। आदित्य L1 सूर्य का अध्ययन करने वाला पहला अंतरिक्ष आधारित भारतीय मिशन है। इस मिशन से आदित्य L1 नामक अंतरिक्ष यान को सूर्य पृथ्वी प्रणाली में लैग्रेंज 1 पॉइंट के चारों ओर एक प्रभामंडल कक्षा में स्थापित किया जाएगा। यह लैग्रेंज पॉइंट पृथ्वी से लगभग 15 लाख किलोमीटर दूर है। इस तरह L1 पर रखे गए उपग्रह को सूर्य को बिना किसी आच्छादन या ग्रहण के लगातार देखा जा सकता है। यह अंतरिक्ष यान विद्युत चुंबकीय और कण चुंबकीय क्षेत्र सूचकांकों का उपयोग करके फोटोस्फीयर, क्रोमोस्फीयर और सूर्य के सबसे बाहरी परत, जिसे हम कोरोना के नाम से जानते हैं, इनका निरीक्षण करने के लिए इसमें 7 निदभार लगे हुए हैं। इनमें से 4 निदभार सीधे सूर्य की गतिकी का अध्ययन करेंगे तथा अन्य 3 निदभार L1 बिंदु पर कणों और क्षेत्रों का यथास्थिति अध्ययन करेंगे। इस तरह आदित्य L1 उपग्रह के निदभार कोरोनल तापन, कोरोनल मास इजेक्शन, प्री फ्लेयर और फ्लेयर गतिविधियों और उनकी विशेषताओं और अंतरिक्ष मौसम की गतिशीलता को समझने के लिए अत्यधिक महत्वपूर्ण जानकारी प्रदान करेंगे। अब आपके सामने प्रस्तुत है आदित्य L1 कर्टेन रेजर।
The PSLV C-57 is prepared to launch the 1,480 kg Aditya L1 spacecraft into Earth-bound orbit, from which it will be placed into a halo orbit around the L1 point in 4 months. The satellite is intended to study the Sun and how it impacts the heliosphere. The Sun, which is the center of our solar system and has always fascinated humans, is a ball of hot gases formed by the nuclear fusion process. The visible outer surface of the Sun is known as the photosphere, followed by the chromosphere and then the corona. After initially dropping through the chromosphere, the Sun's temperature abruptly rises in the corona, reaching extremely high values of 1 to 3 million Kelvin. The Aditya L1 mission has 7 scientific payloads to conduct a comprehensive study of the Sun. The Visible Emission Line Coronagraph, VELC, investigates the solar corona and the dynamics of coronal mass ejections. The Solar Ultraviolet Imaging Telescope, SOOT payload, scans the solar disk in near ultraviolet light and detects fluctuations in solar irradiance. The Aditya Solar Wind Particle Experiment, ASPECS, and Plasma Analyzer Package for Aditya PAPA payloads investigate the solar wind and energetic ions, as well as their energy distributions. The Solar Low Energy X-ray Spectrometer, SOLEXIS, and the High Energy L1 Orbiting X-ray Spectrometer, HELIOS, analyze X-ray flares from the Sun over a wide energy range. The magnetometer payload is designed to measure the interplanetary magnetic field at the L1 point. Aditya L1 is equipped to take in situ measurements of charged particles and fields at L1 and is dedicated to studying the Sun across several energy bands. The Lagrange point L1 is located around 1.5 million kilometers from the Earth between the Sun and the Earth.
18 minutes and counting.
These observations are best made from a vantage point that provides a continuous view of the Sun. All payloads are designed in close coordination with ISRO centers and national laboratories like as IIA, IUCAA and PRL. With this mission, ISRO will once again demonstrate its position in space exploration.
We are 17 minutes 23 seconds from the launch time. The countdown for PSLV C-57 Aditya L1 mission has been 24 hours long. It had started yesterday. During the countdown, Critical activities have been carried out on the launch vehicle and the spacecraft. The propellant have been serviced into the launch vehicle stages. The bottles storing the gases for command and control operations have been charged to pre-launch pressure levels.
Roger. Control
The
to
onboard
LCC2
batteries
and
have
VLCC.
been charged.
Timing confirmed external hold mode.
Now in a little while we'll go to the automatic launch sequence initiation, for which the preparations are underway in the launch and mission control centers.
ROD to Mission Director. Range is ready for PSLV C-57 Aditya L1 mission.
Mission Director Roger. TTC Director to Mission Director. All TTC Director confirms readiness of all ISRO stations and network for supporting
अभी आपने सुना
C-57 Aditya L1 mission.
Mission Director Roger.
उपग्रह निदेशक,
TCTC,
रेंज निदेशक,
data lovers of planet,
टेलीमेट्री,
short 1,
टेलीकमांड
short 2
निदेशक
station.
तथा यान निदेशक
TCTC
ने
corporate.
अपने तंत्रों की सूचना मिशन निदेशक को दे दी है। इसके पश्चात
T-minus 16 minutes and
सभी
counting.
आंकड़े संतोषजनक होने पर
Mission Director, Mission Readiness Review and Launch Authorization Board have already given clearance for proceeding with the countdown and launch of PSLV C-57 Aditya L1 mission. All operations in the countdown sequence till automatic launch sequence have been completed satisfactorily. Based on the clearance obtained from launch vehicle, spacecraft, range and distract network stations and prevailing favorable weather conditions, Mission Director hereby authorizes to initiate launch operation sequence for the launch of PSLV C-57 Aditya L1 mission at 11:50 hours IST today. That is 2nd September 2023.
All stations to note, Mission Director has given authorization for the launch of PSLV C-57 Aditya L1 mission.
SDS servers activated. MC
अभी
confirms
आपने
data
देखा
from SHAR-1 and
इस मिशन
SHAR-2.
के मिशन डायरेक्टर श्री
T-minus
एस आर
15
बीजू
minutes
ने
and counting.
इस मिशन का
Hereby authorizes to initiate automatic launch sequence for the launch of PSLV C-57 Aditya L1 mission.
Automatic launch sequence initiated for PSLV C-57 Aditya L1 mission.
The automatic launch sequence, the initiation has been announced, and hereafter a very critical capsule of performance validation for the launch vehicle systems will be carried out, and very close to the launch time, control will be passed on to the onboard computers.
जी हाँ, ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस चालू हो चुका है। ALS शुरू होने के पश्चात रॉकेट स्वचालित होकर सर्वप्रथम T-0.3 सेकेंड्स पर RCT का प्रज्वलन शुरू करेगा और T0 पर कोर बूस्टर S139 का प्रज्वलन शुरू होगा। लेकिन इस दौरान वह स्वचालित तरीके से सभी जांच जारी रखे हुए है।
PS2 control system, redundant chain actuation in progress.
On your TV screens, Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology and Prime Minister's Office, Dr. Jitendra Singh. This mission is the 91st launch mission of ISRO and 59th of Workhorse PSLV. As mentioned earlier, PSLV's XL version with 6 strap-on motors alongside the core S139 motor is being used for the present mission. This is the 25th time PSLV XL is getting ready for launch. So far in the year 2023, ISRO has launched SSLV's maiden successful mission, 2 commercial missions of PSLV, 1 mission of GSLV carrying the first among the second generation of navigation satellites, 1 commercial mission of LVM-3 and another mission of LVM-3 again carrying the prestigious Chandrayaan 3 spacecraft.
PS4 control system activation in progress.
आदित्य L1 जो कि एक अंतरिक्ष यान है इस मिशन का, इसको पृथ्वी से 235 बाई 19,500 किलोमीटर की निम्न भूकक्षा में 19.2 डिग्री के झुकाव के साथ अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा। इस कक्षा में निर्धारित आर्ग्यूमेंट ऑफ पेरिजी 346.6 डिग्री को प्राप्त करने के लिए PSLV के चतुर्थ चरण को 2 बार प्रज्वलित कर इसे प्राप्त किया जाएगा। आर्ग्यूमेंट ऑफ पेरिजी असेंडिंग मोड और पेरिजी के बीच के कोण है जिसे कक्षीय तल के साथ मापा जाता है। आदित्य L1 के इस दीर्घाकार कक्षा में अंतक्षेपण के पश्चात उचित समय पर और उचित अभिवृत्ति में अंतरिक्ष यान में लगे लिक्विड एपोजी मोटर्स को फायर कर कक्षांतरण किया जाएगा और इस तरह 5वीं बार में LAM मोटर को फायर कर यान को पृथ्वी की प्रभावी क्षेत्र से बाहर निकलने में समुचित गति प्राप्त की जाएगी। फिर वह पृथ्वी की कक्षा से छोड़कर सूर्य की कक्षा में प्रवेश करेगा और ऐसा करते हुए यह करीब 125 दिनों का समय लगेगा। 125 दिनों बाद यह L1 पॉइंट के पास पहुंचकर और उसकी परिक्रमा करना शुरू कर देगा और यही वह L1 पॉइंट है जहां पर से यह अपने वैज्ञानिक उद्देश्यों का भी प्रतिपादन करेगा। अब हम उड़ान से 11 मिनट की दूरी पर
कंट्रोल सिस्टम एक्टिवेशन इन प्रोग्रेस।
Let me in the meantime tell the viewers about the flight events that the launch of PSLV C-57 Aditya L1 will take. This mission is among the longest flights of PSLV. It is going to last for 63 minutes and 19 seconds. The liftoff coincides with the ignition of core S-139 solid rocket motor and the ignition of the 4 ground-lit strap-ons. While the rocket is at 2.7 kilometers altitude, the 2 air-lit strap-ons also commence their operation. The action time of strap-on motors is 70 seconds and the ground-lit and air-lit strap-ons are separated from the ongoing launch vehicle at 70 and 92 seconds into the flight, respectively. The core S-139 motor continues to thrust till 110 seconds. Since the second stage of PSLV operates on pressure-fed liquid engine, the optimal performance of the engine is ensured if the effect thrust cutoff or separation of the lower stage is countered by additional means of thrust generation. Therefore, the alleged motors provided for this purpose ignite 3 seconds before the first stage separation and continue to thrust for 11 seconds. The second stage, PS2, commences its operation 200 milliseconds after the separation of first stage. By this time, the rocket would have attained 55 kilometers altitude. The closed-loop guidance is initiated, which compares the present state of rocket to the intended injection point to compute an optimal trajectory. This happens while the rocket is at 59.7 kilometers altitude. At 204 seconds into the flight, the payload fairing is separated as the launch vehicle attains 113 kilometers altitude and the dense atmosphere is no longer